Hello, friends. What city has over 1,000 times as many dead people as it has living? It's called Colma, California, the cemetery city. Let's go have a look. And yes, we are in the actually quite beautiful Colma, California, which is a small town actually of only 1,700 people. But there are over 1.5 million people buried here within the city of Colma in its 18 large cemeteries spread throughout the city. And we are at one called Cypress Lawn Cemetery now here on El Camino Real. As you can see, there are a slew of Canada geese here hanging out and eating and causing all kinds of well, as you can see, this driveway is not the cleanest driveway in the world. I'm walking in some let's just say that they're using this as their public facilities over here, these geese. You see this very beautiful stone gate, which tells us that this is the entrance to Cypress Lawn. This is only half of Cypress Lawn. There's another half across the street, which was that building I showed you at the beginning there. And these are like some mausoleums. As you can see, a very large building there. And so how did Colma become the cemetery city? Well, funny story, kind of a disgraceful story too though. In 1902, beginning in 1902, San Francisco, for some reason, the people of the city, probably a lot of the landowners and the real estate guys, started saying, you know, we don't want any burials in this city. We don't want any cemeteries. The land is way too valuable. The land is too valuable. We want to use it for commercial and residential development and all that other stuff. So we don't want any burials. And so first they disallowed new burials beginning in 1902. And then in 1921 they even took it a step further and said, all the graveyards gotta go. You're being evicted. And you gotta disinter your bodies. And you gotta send them to Colma. We're building a city over in Colma filled with cemeteries. And you got to bring them over there. And whoever owned these cemeteries, these new cemeteries, was making big bucks. They said you got to pay like a certain amount too for each body. And the families had to pay. But some of those bodies were buried there in the 1700s. So, you know, there wasn't too many families around in 1920. And so a lot of those bodies got thrown into mass graves, disgracefully. As you see the beautiful Van Bergen Mausoleum, Van Bergen. Sounds like a rich name. And they ended up, you know, desecrating many bodies. And it was very, very shameful part of San Francisco's history. I don't understand how there wasn't more of a public outrage. But yeah, it was that's how Colma got created. All the bodies got sent here. The only two graveyards that were allowed to remain within San Francisco is the Presidio, which is a military base. They couldn't do anything about that. And the Old Mission Church had a very historic cemetery there, and they were allowed to stay for historic reasons, I guess. But as we see, a very beautiful mausoleum here. Looks like the door might be closed, but I don't know if they keep these things open or not. Probably not. In there they would have just caskets hanging around. No name on this mausoleum though, that's interesting. Maybe it's on the other side. Have very large gravestones. That's kind of like a sarcophagus, I believe they call that, where you've got, you know, a stone casket. And then look at this mausoleum. Inside here you'll have just caskets on platforms with the bodies inside. And this is the, I can't really read the name, barium? Labarium, something like that. And so they would have been from a fairly well-off family that would have built this, and had all their family members, or most of their family members, put in there in caskets. We got the Howard family here. And as you can see, there's many smaller headstones as well. Many smaller headstones, and some don't even have headstones, they just have the nameplates, such as Mother Mary Gabriel, who is possibly a nun, right? And so, right, because then they have also Sister Edith Francis, Mother Evelyn Smith, Mother Harriet Clare, and Louise Novaraz. These may have been nuns buried here, yeah, because it says right here, Community of Saint Savior. So this was possibly a convent. Very cool. And as you can see, there are massive numbers of graves here just in this one cemetery called Cypress Lawn. As we see a beautiful angel statue here. Double angel. There's a female angel and then a male angel right beside it there. Oh, and then another angel. So sorry, I saw there's three there. Then you see there's a massive graveyard here too, and I think this might be a different cemetery. They've got this little stone wall here. Yes, this is the Jewish cemetery. That's right. There's all you can see right here. This is, they have Star of David on the headstone. And yes, there is a Jewish cemetery here as well. So this is a look at it from the side. And so many towns in the Bay Area ended up passing similar laws where they don't want any burials in their city, so everyone just gets buried in Colma. If you're from the Bay Area, you're most likely getting buried in Colma. There's not too many other cemeteries around. I'm going to show you a couple more throughout the town of Colma, not just one, because I'll give you a feel for what the other ones look like too. And as you can see, everything is very well landscaped, very well manicured, very well kept. These beautiful trees are called red leaf gum trees. They're a type of eucalyptus, red leaf eucalyptus trees. And you can see these leaves, these little red leaves are very sort of needle-like, almost feather-like, tiny, tiny, delicate feathers here, almost. Very soft leaves. And so it's a very beautiful tree. I believe it's native to Australia. A lot of the eucalyptus trees are native to Australia. They were brought here to California, so you see all kinds of eucalyptus trees, many different species. They grow well here in this dry climate. Today is Thursday, today is Tuesday, October 8th. And the time now, it's around 10 a.m. And we were having a huge heat wave, but it's cooled off, so it's down to 61 degrees Fahrenheit. See, this is a goose habitat here. A lot of geese, and even some other birds here. Those kind of look like seagulls. They're yellow beaks. They sound like seagulls too. We got seagulls and geese here all hanging out. Somebody must be feeding them over here. That's probably why they came. As you see, the beautiful cypress lawn funeral home across the street. This was the cemetery of Cypress Lawn. Let's go check out another one. And now we're at the Holy Cross Catholic Cemetery. So this is the one of the Catholic cemeteries here in Colma. So we're going to check out some of the burials at this one. And they also have very beautiful mausoleums and headstones and sarcophagi. As you can see right here, beautifully decorated with angels and saints. This is the grave of Joseph Cuneo. You'll probably see a lot of Italian names here. We have Hermes. The Brown family, Aliotto. Across the way we have these little interesting stone structures that are shaped almost like a garden plot or something. Well, they've got the burial, and then they've got like a little border around them of stone. Interesting. Never really seen this kind of burial plot before. Let me know in the comments if you know what that's called. Swamps, Straczynski, and the Shepherd family. And this one looks like it's an older one because it's kind of in disrepair. Campbell. James Johanna Joseph McGinn. This one's huge. Could fit a lot of family members in here. This is the Phelan family. Phelan. Let's go down. So there's some big ones here too. Let's check out. Buneman. There's McCarthy back there. This is the Duffield Mausoleum. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this puppy. Now that is a proper burial place right there. That is a proper burial place right there. I don't see a name, but I'm sure everyone knows whose it is. And there's some names here. But they're hard to see because it's kind of washed out. Jean Carmen, wife of Xavier Rodwell Meyer. Very nice. Very large, very beautiful graveyard. This is the one with the smaller headstones here. They put the smaller headstones over in this field. The bigger ones go here. This is the Noonans. And they say that there is a very famous person buried in this particular graveyard. A very famous baseball player. Perhaps one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Famous for growing up in the Bay Area. And eventually actually marrying Marilyn Monroe. And this baseball player is the late great Joe DiMaggio. And here lies the grave of Joe DiMaggio. Joseph Paul DiMaggio, November 25th, 1914, died March 8th, 1999. Grace, dignity, and elegance personified, as people have left baseballs there and peanuts and stuff and some pennies and coins and some rocks here at the grave of one of the most famous baseball players of all time, who had a 56 game hit streak, if you can believe that. 56 games in a row he had a base hit. And I don't think that record's going to be broken anytime soon. That was back in 1941. Same year that Ted Williams hit 406. Ball was flying that year. But here lies Joe DiMaggio, folks. We'll make our way to one more cemetery here in the picturesque and beautiful cemetery city of Colma. This was the beautiful Holy Cross Catholic Cemetery. See you at the next one. And now we've reached the beautiful Woodlawn Cemetery, Woodlawn Memorial Park, they call it. A very, very gorgeous cemetery here in the cemetery city of Colma, California. Colma. This looks like a medieval castle. This beautiful gate entering into the what looks like a very gorgeous cemetery grounds. In fact, I might check out some of this area first before I go through the gate. Got a few gravestones here, but not many, but it looks like eventually this will be populated. But what I really like is this beautiful stonework here. Let's go have a closer look. You can see gorgeous palm trees and magnificent San Bruno Mountain in the distance. San Bruno Mountain. On a very beautiful day here in Northern California. Colma sits very close to San Francisco. You could drive to downtown in 15-20 minutes. Woodlawn looks like it's interdenominational. And it looks like there's a lot of Chinese writing on some of these burials, on some of these headstones. Sorry, let's go have a look. White orchid. So this could be more of where the Chinese community buries its dead, here at Woodlawn. As you can see, it has traditional Chinese writing here in the vertical style. Chinese characters are very interesting because other languages use Chinese characters, but they pronounce the words differently, but the characters still mean the same thing, interestingly enough. They're like universal symbols. Architectured. We have Vietnamese here. Stephen Tam, the Nguyen family. Michael Nguyen, Van Nguyen. So these are Vietnamese, I believe. So a lot of Asian people may get buried here in Woodlawn. So far I've shown you Cypress Lawn Cemetery, which was I believe for all faiths, and then there was the Jewish cemetery right beside it, which I showed you a glimpse of, and then the Catholic cemetery, and now it looks like we're in the Asian cemetery. Got some very nice headstones here, different colors, red. Got Lo, Wong, Yu family. Or Wong, Hatan, who looked like an intermarriage. And they've got colored photographs here embedded within the headstone, and they've got an empty one there for the person who eventually, when they die, they're going to be putting it there. It's interesting black and white photographs, but still it's cool to have photos of the person in the headstone. I've never seen that before. And it looks cool because now you know what that person looked like. The Chen, the Yis. Let's see what's up here. Oh, okay. Well, this, you know what is called, this structure here, this is called a columbarium. And in a columbarium, you put cremated remains. So behind these, where it says Wilson, behind that, you can remove that tile and put a small urn with cremated remains in there. And then you just put the tile back and you're good to go. And so that's their final resting place in the columbarium. As you see, a magnificent view from this hill here at Woodlawn Memorial Park, Woodlawn Cemetery. Check out those houses up there. Those guys have a nice view. You see the gorgeous San Bruno Mountain, which is, you know, it's not like a rocky mountain, but it's big. Like, look how wide it is, especially. It covers a very large area in terms of geography. We see more of the columbarium here. These walls are columbariums. They have cremated remains right within these walls. That's why they have those white tiles out in front. And then these are just regular burials here of A regular burial is called inhumation. Inhumation, where you put somebody in a casket and you bury them in the ground. Inhumation. Somebody left some oranges for Mr. Gong, Yim Chan Gong. Beautiful, right? What a beautiful cemetery. Cemeteries, I think, are very nice. I really like cemeteries a lot. Got more stuff back here. Let's go check it out. This could also be just remembrance plaques rather than actually a columbarium. As we have a very nice family plot here. This is like a walled garden plot here. Wow. Lung's Garden. Lung's Garden. Kitty Winsome, Tom Ting, and Yoke all are buried here with very nice headstones in this little, really beautiful little garden plot with Chinese writing on the walls. Let me know if you know how to read that writing in the comments. Let me know what that says. Is that the name of the family? These guys also have a beautiful garden plot. Maybe on the front it'll say the name. We've got some sort of lion-esque, dragon-esque creature here. The Low family. The Low family. Very nice garden plot. Beautiful way to be buried. And as you can see, this is a very large cemetery. It's got endless graves here. Part of the 1.5 million burials in the picturesque city of Colma, created for the purpose of burying the dead. I think this is a columbarium. Definitely a columbarium. You've got cremation urns, I think, in there within all of those behind those tiles. Yeah, maybe that's the columbarium, and the other place, I'm not sure exactly, but I'm not an expert at this. In fact, you can go inside here. Yes, you can see the urns here through these glass ones, right? There's the urns. So you'll have the urns with the person's name on it, and it'll be permanently sealed, and it'll be permanently kept in this columbarium. And those have glass, but these ones will also have the same kind of thing behind these tiles. This is beautiful. This looks like marble. Yeah, that's some heavy stone tiles, and then everything has a little flower vase there where you can put flower vases. This guy decided he wanted to put Jack Daniels there for the guy instead of flowers. Beautiful, right? It's not just Asians that are buried here. There's millions of people buried here. Now we're getting into the more larger mausoleums. The Hassler family. We have the Chews. More Wong family members. Wong is a very popular last name. Psalm 121. Fontana family. Let me know in the comments, do you like mausoleums? Do you like columbariums? Do you like just a regular burial with a headstone? What is your preferred type of burial? I love the pictures. I love how they have the pictures. They've done a great job with that. Whoever, it looks like pretty much all of these headstones came from the same company, maybe. I mean, they're all kind of the same design with this little, you see it's not a flat top there, it's a little rounded, looks a little curved top there on top of the headstone here. It's curved. It's very cool. Very cool. They have done a fantastic job with the landscaping. Such a peaceful place, right? Well, thank you everyone for joining me on this walk through the cemetery city of Colma, including a visit to the famous Joe DiMaggio's grave. If you like this video, please click like and remember to subscribe to my channel. Click those notifications for when I go live and release new videos. See you soon. Bye for now.